We're proud of our people, and we're proud of our company, because Gulf States Paper Corporation in Conover, North Carolina makes the best packaging in America. With more than 100 years of excellence behind it, Gulf States has grown to be one of the nation's premier privately held forest products companies with plants and offices from coast to coast. Gulf States is highly regarded for enhancing the quality of its forests and wildlife. As a manufacturer of lumber and wood products, and as a maker of pulp and paperboard. Here in North Carolina, at Conover and Claremont, and at plants in Texas, Missouri, and Kentucky, Gulf States makes high-quality paperboard packaging for the food industry nationwide and for some companies overseas. Our customers include well-known brands like Nestle Stouffer Foods, Kellogg's Keebler, Haagen-Dazs, Little Debbie McKee, Tetley, S.B. Thomas, Dairy Fresh, Food Lion, and many more. Skilled people, modern machinery, innovative ideas, and a commitment to continuous process improvement makes Gulf States' Conover facility America's best maker of paperboard packaging. Continuous process improvement. It means we all work together to make our packaging, our jobs, our company better every day. Conover is a very successful facility, but if we rest on our laurels, it won't be long before someone else will be making better packaging. That's why we constantly measure and train, introduce new ideas, and adjust our process to make it better, easier, more efficient, more flexible. Continuous process improvement means hiring the best people and providing them with ongoing training throughout their careers. It means giving associates the opportunity and the responsibility to do their best, to be accountable for themselves, their job, and their safety. It means modern machinery, searching for and trying new ideas, carefully measuring our quality and efficiency, and working to improve it. We are an ISO 9001 registered facility. This means meeting demanding international standards of product quality, business responsibility, resource management, and improvement. We are also accredited by the American Institute of Baking. Through regular inspections that demand a high level of cleanliness and care in the making of our packaging. Simply, continuous process improvement means that we all believe that quality counts in our products and in our relationships with our customers and each other. What is our process? How do we make America's best packaging? It begins here, where large rolls of paperboard are received and stored. Rolls are cut into sheets sized for printing. A number of copies are printed on each sheet. The sheets are die cut to form individual carton blanks. And the carton blanks are hand separated. Some are shipped to customers at this point. Many go on to other steps such as scanning, gluing, windowing with cellophane, and wax coating. Then they are packed in corrugated cases, placed on pallets, and shipped to our customers. The process is complex. Every customer's order is unique, requiring different inks, dyes, and a different mix of finishing steps. Sometimes 2 or more designs, or even different customer orders may be printed and cut from the same sheet of paperboard. To make the most efficient use of our time and materials, we use electronic scheduling. Electronic scheduling helps to assure that the right materials are set up and ready at each process at the right time. It helps ensure that we finish and ship every customer order on time. At Conover, we make packaging from 3 different types of paperboard. Solid bleached sulfate, known as SBS, is bleached paperboard and is used where top quality printing and package machinability is desired. The majority of the SBS we use is produced by Gulf States Paperboard Mill in Demopolis, Alabama. This means that we will always have the SBS we need to do our work. We also use SUS, or solid unbleached sulfate paperboard. Unbleached paperboard has a brown backside and is often used in non-food contact applications where strength is required, as in bottle carriers and product displays. For some packaging, we use CCN, or clay-coated newsback, which is gray on the backside. Made of recycled newspapers and corrugated box clippings, CCN is weaker than SBS and SUS, but lower in cost. So it's an alternative for customers looking for affordable packaging. Rolls are staged from storage and placed onto one of these sheeters. Here, it's cut into sheets for printing an order. This is an important step. Each sheet must be cut to close tolerances so that later, printing plates and dies will register perfectly to make a quality carton. Each sheet must be free of defects. Sheeter operators constantly check for scratches, wrinkles, rough slitter edge, board curl, and other defects. Every carton we make can require up to 7 different colors. On this Roland 900 print press, there are 7 printing stations, and the press can also apply a clear gloss top coating. Sheets are automatically fed. Ink fountains for each printing unit are filled by hand with carefully formulated ink colors. And the final step applies a thin coating of powdered cornstarch to stabilize and protect the ink as it dries. Cornstarch keeps the ink from transferring from sheet to sheet as they are stacked at the end of the press. The amount of ink applied at each printing unit is electronically controlled. Each unit is divided into individual ink slides where the amount of ink applied can be adjusted. Printing quality cartons is a fine art. With so many variables to control, setting up a press for a run requires a great deal of skill, craftsmanship, and care. At the beginning of a press run, several sheets are printed and closely studied to make sure registration and color are correct. Adjustments are made, a few more sheets are printed, and adjustment continues until color and registration match standards. Only then is a run started. Here at the press and in the Quality Assurance Lab, sheets are shingled to compare color consistency. With the sheets shingled, it is easier to see color variation. When sheets come from the press, the ink is still wet. Between Conover and the nearby Claremont plant, we make all of the printing plates we use in our work. The Conover plate making department uses customer-supplied film, or film from our own graphics department to burn plates for each of the color separations. The graphics that are to be printed on a carton are divided into individual layers of color. Each layer is a single color, and when printed on top of each other in register, you get the rich variety and shades of color we see in the final product. Registration marks are added to the plate to assist the press operator in registering the plates. A separate plate is made up for each color that will make up the final sheet. The plate is a thin sheet of aluminum with a light-sensitive coating on the top surface. Light changes the chemical coating. When processed, the coating that has been exposed to light is washed away. In the unexposed or imaged area, none of the coating is removed. This then becomes the image that is printed on the paperboard. In the press, the plate goes on the plate cylinder. Ink sticks to the imaged area of the plate and is transferred to the blanket cylinder, and from there to the paperboard. This process is called offset printing. We purchase and maintain all of the laser cut dies we use for cutting our printed sheets. Dies are carefully designed to run at high speed and produce clean-cut cartons. The size of the die determines the size of the sheets and printing plates we create for a job. Steel rule knives cut the sheet. Scoring rules score the carton for folding, and rubber ejects the sheet from the knives. Cutting and creasing is composed of two parts. Phenolic plastic is mounted on the lower plate. The die, with its knives and rules, is locked into the cutter. The phenolic plate rises to press each sheet of paperboard onto the knives and rules. It requires a great deal of skill and care to operate the die cutter efficiently and to produce clean-cut cartons. This area is called pre-make ready. Here, all of the dies and related tooling come together and are loaded onto trolleys called cassettes. Everything required to do a job can be moved to the line at once. This prevents time wasted looking for tools and materials. Before printed sheets are die cut, the aerator uses high-pressure air to blow away the cornstarch and to straighten the sheets for die cutting. Dies are designed so that small uncut areas called nicks are left between individual cartons within the sheet. This allows the machine to keep the entire sheet together until the blanking station at the end of the machine breaks the nicks, and individual cartons are stacked for further conversion. Because multiple copies may be run on the same sheet, cartons coming from die cutters are often hand-separated. Some of our customers form their own cartons, so some orders are shipped after they are printed and cut. Other orders go on from here to other conversion steps. Gluers fold and glue the cartons to form a finished package that our customer can erect, fill with product and seal. Because each carton design is different, the gluer operator must carefully set up the machine to make the required folds and place the right amount of glue on each carton at high speed. Some cartons, especially those for ice cream, require cellophane film protectors. When the carton is filled with ice cream and chilled, the protectors fall neatly on top of the ice cream. This is a straight line gluer. It combines a high-speed gluing operation with an auto packer for finished cartons. To operate smoothly and efficiently, it requires careful setup, and the setup is different